Hello guys, welcome to myfinanceteacher.org. In this video, as one of the viewers asked in the comments quite a few days ago actually, I'm going to look at Kirkland Lake, but before I do that, I want to show you one of the updates I posted around half an hour or 1 hour ago. I went another 30% in with GDX. As I mentioned in my previous videos, I was up to 50% invested in my gold-related assets, mostly in GLD. And I still have probably just over 20% cash in that gold-related part of the portfolio. Now that I look at it, actually, I might have left a little too little cash. I should probably not have entered into 30% position in GDX. I should probably have taken a smaller position there. Well, because there might be a chance GDX fills this gap just under $24. Now jumping back into Kirkland Lake, I'm going to apply my valuation model. We're going to look at gold price and 3 scenarios for gold price. Of course, the main interest with these gold miners is how much reserves do they have underground. That's basically the value they're going to provide to me as an investor. In order to get those gold reserves out of the ground, the company needs to incur costs, so we're going to subtract those costs per ounce from the value of reserves. And in case of Kirkland Lake, they actually don't have any long-term debt, but in general, we want to subtract long-term debt as well. The valuation of each share depends on how many shares are outstanding, and producing these reserves out of the ground will take however many years it will take, so we need to discount the future cash flows. And a greater amount of tightly holding hands in the form of insider shares might actually be positive for the share price. So jumping in my conservative outlook, I'll have a gold price of only $13.70, and the company has proven and probable gold reserves of 20,500,000 ounces. Production costs, that's an interesting one. In the 2020 outlook, the company states that production costs might actually be $830 per ounce, whereas last year the production costs were quite lower at only $564. And maybe we might see a positive surprise here in future if in fact production costs don't jump up as much. No long-term debt, as I mentioned. The company has 287 million shares outstanding, and nearly 4% are held by insiders. So putting all that into consideration gives me a conservative valuation of, say, just over $28, which indicates some level of risk, as the current price is just under $33. But the risks are not that substantial. Looking at the balanced portfolio, I'm going to plug in the gold price of $15.20. Everything else stays the same, and that gives me a valuation of over $36 per share, which is a little bit more interesting with the current price of $33. But the potential balanced return is not amazingly huge. And looking at optimistic valuation, I'm going to plug in the gold price of $16.70. Not that far above the actual current gold price, actually. And in this case, in addition to proven and probable reserves, I'm also going to add only a half of measured and indicated gold reserves, which is 5.6 million ounces. So all of that gives me an optimistic valuation of around $53. But again, remember, this is all forward-looking valuation, and there are no guarantees. Nobody knows the future. Some of the assumptions we've made here might actually change as we go along through 2020. In my personal portfolio, although I'm already 80% invested in gold-related assets, as I said, I mostly hold GLD and 30% or so GDX, because I think gold itself might actually do quite well, even compared to the miners, because due to the virus, a lot of the miners have to shut down their mines. That reduces the supply of gold. With so many dollars being printed now to support the economy, that basically devalues those dollars, which also pressures the gold price to go higher. But the miners themselves, they might actually suffer from declines in production due to mines shutting down with all these virus concerns. At the moment in Canada and Australia, these are the countries where Kirkland Lake operates. To be honest, I didn't look at the details whether each of these mines is shut down or not. But I want to first see a decline in new cases of the viruses before I jump into holding more of the miners themselves rather than gold. That's when a lot of the mines might actually start operating at their full speed again. So that's my view of Kirkland Lake. In the long term, it's a very interesting investment opportunity. I will come back to looking at it once we see some positive news on the virus. So with that, stay healthy, have a nice day. Remember to hit that like button. Let me know what you think of Kirkland Lake in the comments below, and good luck in your trades.